I appreciate the proactive, optimistic attitude that you should have in life. I appreciate that, and I think you should never, ever, ever go through life being a pessimist. What I think you should be doing, though, is being smarter about your commitments. Because it's very easy to get excited. It's very easy to feel like this is it, this is the next big thing. But when you embark on a journey, whether that's to improve your skills, whether that's to start a new business, whether that's to work on yourself, whatever it is, please understand it's going to take something from you. And if you don't have it to give, then you are going to end up spreading yourself thinly.
Welcome to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Mind Over Money podcast with me, Jessen James. Now, during this episode, I want to introduce you to something that's going to massively help you get through life. Now, during this episode, I want to share something with you. And when you get it right, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to feel more empowered. You're going to feel like you're getting more done, and you're going to feel like you're not actually dropping any more balls. Now, if you don't take the advice that I'm going to share with you, you are ultimately going to find yourself in a situation where you are not delivering on projects. You're going to have lots of spinning plates. You're not going to get any results, and you're going to feel like you are going backwards rather than forwards. So let me explain this very simple concept to you that's going to help you get through life. Are you taking notes? You should be. Everything that you do takes something from you. I'll say that again. Everything that you do takes something from you. Now, you will gain as well, but you have to understand you're going to get something taken away from you. For example, when you're starting a business, what is it going to take away from you? Money, blood, sweat, tears, sleep. It's going to take a lot of things from you. Now, you're also going to gain, well, providing you do it right, you're going to gain, right? Especially long term. But you have to understand it's going to take something from you. Now, if you constantly engage in lots of different things, you are going to have lots taken from you. And when you have lots taken from you, it's hard to actually do anything correctly. So why am I sharing with this with you? And I'm just talking from experience. I've done this so many times, and sometimes I catch myself doing it again, and I've become more and more aware of it. Every time I embark on a new project, every time I say yes to someone, every time I agree to help someone, what I forget at times is that it's taking something or about to take something from me. That could be time, energy, my mental well-being. There's lots of things that it takes from me. And sometimes we don't take stock of what is it actually going to take from me? And is it going to stop me from doing whatever else I need to do? Or is it actually going to make me not as productive as what I should be? Because ultimately everything else is going to fall down. And a lot of the times we don't take stock of this. So what can you do about that? Well, understand this. I'll say it again. Everything that you do will take something from you. So stop saying yes to absolutely everything until you realize what actually is it that you need, that is needed from you. Like, you go around saying yes to all these people and then you have to back out later on, and that doesn't do you any favors. Plus, you've got all these plates spinning and you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, and you're wondering why some people are smashing it and why you're still stuck. And the chances are it's because you have underestimated what it's going to take from you when you get involved in a certain project or when you offer to help somebody. That could be as simple as offering to help a friend in need. Now, you might go, but just help your mates. Of course, help your friends. Be there for them. But understand that you shouldn't do it to your own detriment, because if you mess up, then nobody wins. Like, think about it. If you are not 100%, and you say yes to someone, then you're going to help them, but you're not 100% yourself, it's going to take something from you. Now, if your battery's already half down and you go and help someone else, you're going to go on empty. They're not going to get 100% of you. You're not going to get anything out of it. And ultimately, you're both going to fail. So it's the same as business. It's the same as anything in life. Whenever you go into a certain situation, ask yourself, hey, look, what is this going to take from me? What is it? Time, money, energy, my mental well-being, and ask yourself, do you have capacity for this right now? Because if you don't have capacity, you basically shouldn't be doing it, should you? Now, you're probably going to go, but Jessen, what if it's the one? What if, it's all about sacrifice, man? I watched this YouTube video the other day and they said it's about go all in, sacrifice, say yes and figure it out later on. Yeah, well, the Muppets who tell you this stuff need a slap. Let me explain why. Because I appreciate the proactive, optimistic attitude that you should have in life. I appreciate that, and I think you should never, ever, ever go through life being a pessimist. What I think you should be doing, though, is being smarter about your commitments. Because it's very easy to get excited. It's very easy to feel like this is it, this is the next big thing. But when you embark on a journey, whether that's to improve your skills, whether that's to start a new business, whether that's to work on yourself, whatever it is, please understand it's going to take something from you. And if you don't have it to give, then you are going to end up spreading yourself thinly. Now, there is a reward to something being taken from you, but if you've got lots of little things being taken from you, you're going to be empty and you won't be good at any of those things. So here's my advice to you. Weigh up what it is that you've been asked to do. What is it? Be clear. What is it going to take from you? And do you have it to give? Let me give you an example. When I first got into public speaking back in 2014, 2015, I knew that if I'm going to get great at this, if I'm going to get great, I didn't want to be good. I want to be great because I'm a big believer in being great at stuff. Because if you're just good and you have a bad day, you go back to being average. If you're great and you have a bad day, you're still good. You feeling me? So I wanted to be great at it. I also knew that in order for me to get great at it, it was going to take things from me. It was going to take time. It was going to take my attention. It was going to take my focus. It was going to take energy. It was going to take perseverance. It was going to take practice. There was all these things. It was going to take money because if I wanted to speak, I needed to get an audience and no one was giving me speaking gigs. I had to freaking fill a room myself. So I had to pay for marketing. All these things. I had to hire a venue. It was going to take from me. It was going to take resources from me. Now, I had to weigh it up. Did I have these resources to give? And the answer was, yes, I did. Why? Because when I first became a speaker, I was already financially free. I was already doing well. I didn't have to go to work every day. That's the position that I was in. So I was blessed. So that basically meant I had the time to commit to mastery. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be financially free to become a speaker. But what I'm trying to say is, can you spare the time each week? Even if it's an hour a week, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, can you stay focused enough to commit to it rather than just treating it like it's something that you'll fit in as and when you can? Because if you can commit, and by the way, when you learn how to become a speaker or anything, any kind of skill, if you can dedicate 3 to 4 hours a week to practicing and studying, you will find that you will accelerate faster than most people. Now, you might not get there as quickly as you'd like to if you were committing full time, but let's be honest, you've got a job, you've got a business to run, you don't have time to do this full time. But I was in a different situation when I got involved in it. But I knew I wanted to be the best and I had to apply all these things. So I weighed it up and I thought, yeah, I have it to give. So I gave. And guess what? 8 awards later and speaking on stages globally, with loads of different internationally acclaimed speakers who I used to watch on YouTube and all that kind of fun stuff that goes along with it. Well, guess what? It's a result of me committing to mastery, and that was my choice, but I had it to give in the first place. So when I see people trying a new course or studying something new or committing to a new business venture when they're already involved in 24 different other business ventures, what I see is them heading for failure. Why? Because they don't have it to give in the first place. They're running on empty in the first place, and now I'm going to start a new business. You haven't even sorted out your first one now, and you want to start another business? It don't make no sense. So understand, everything you do is going to take something from you. Now, you'll gain as well, but do you have it to give in the first place? And if the answer's no, then don't do it. That's my advice. And if you follow that advice, you are going to be way more productive. You are going to get way more results, and you are going to stop feeling like a failure, which ultimately affects your mindset, it affects your state, it affects how you feel. And that's what causes people to give up. Look, there's what do they call it? They say focus. Follow one course until successful. That's the acronym, focus. Follow one course until successful. So focus on something. Know that you've got the time to deploy to it, the resources to deploy to it. Stop getting shiny object syndrome and all this other stuff. Like just fixate on one thing and understand that, yes, it's going to take from you, but at least you have it to give, and then you will reap the rewards later on. Otherwise, you're just going to be like 90% of the population out there who keep on starting stuff and never finishing it, or keep on committing to stuff and having to back out later. And look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm sharing my experiences with you. And now I have awareness. Even just recently, I've said no to certain business ventures. I've said no to certain proposals. I've even said no to going out because I didn't have the time or the energy to commit to it. So I'm getting better. I'm not perfect. I still get excited at times when stuff lands on my desk. But you know what? I'm getting better at going, hey, I don't have the time, energy, or money to deploy into that right now. So if I do, I'm going to do it half-heartedly, and it's going to take more from me that I don't have to give, and therefore it's going to fall apart. So I say no. So if you could start practicing this awareness and understanding that everything that you do is going to take something from you, then if you don't have it to give, then don't give it. If you have it to give, then give it. And if you just do that simple thing, I promise you life will get better. I promise you. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know down below. If you're watching this on a video, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel and smash that notification bell and share this video with people that might want to see it or watch it. And also, if you're listening on the Mind Over Money podcast, if you're listening on my podcast right now, on whatever platform you're listening to, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you leave us a review as well, because it helps other people tune in to great content like this. Okay, so I appreciate you guys, and until next time, I will see you very, very soon.
You've been listening to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on all the channels, links in the show notes. Please also leave a review and visit www.jessenjames.com to find more resources on how to create the life you deserve.